Welcome to another Chainlink update. Like always, make sure to check out our YouTube memberships and our Patreon if you want access to all of our charts and if you want access to our semi-daily Discord updates. And yeah, Chainlink is currently trying to go up. Of course, it's not going up too much because Bitcoin dominance is still going up right now. I mean, it's getting a drop, but it's nothing too significant. Now, speaking of Bitcoin dominance, we are still in a lower high structure. We never broke above the previous high right here, and this is actually very good because, like I said, we had a cross on the bull market support band. Now, I know I've been talking about that cross for some time now, for almost 3 months now. Well, not really, almost 70 days now. And yeah, at some point I still believe that we will get a move to the downside, but keep in mind we are still in QT right now, and if you don't understand a word I'm saying, I think you should probably Google it because it's easier to understand it that way. And yeah, we're not in QE, which means that Bitcoin dominance will most likely continue to go sideways until then. And there is a possibility that it just breaks down, but I don't really see that happening right now. But it could happen because, like I said, the cross on the bull market support band just happened like 70 days ago. So things are 50-50 right now. Nobody is really sure what's gonna happen, and I think that's why everything is just going sideways. People are just waiting for something to happen, and once something happens, I mean that will trigger at least some kind of move to the downside on the Bitcoin dominance chart, or at least some kind of move to the upside. Maybe we're about to test the 0.618 resistance level again before we actually start going down. I don't know. All I know is that Chainlink is most likely going to get some kind of pump in the next couple of months. Now, probably 2 months, because if it does not get a pump by the end of March, it's going to be pretty, difficult to say where Chainlink will be by the end of the year, because I'm still expecting Chainlink to be at all-time highs by the end of May, and even above all-time highs by the end of May. Because, I mean, the Elliott wave count suggests that we should get to about $105 in the third wave move to the upside right here. Like I said, this is the third wave of this 1-2 setup that we have on the chart. Let me change the color of this. And yeah, the minimum target for that is $105, and I think the third wave will end by the end of May of 2025, which means that we should be at about $105 by the end of May of 2025 if we actually want the fifth wave to, get to like $150, maybe $120, something like that. So yeah, I'm definitely, not concerned right now, but I will definitely be concerned if Chainlink is not at all-time highs, which is at about $54 by the end of May of 2025. Now, of course, if we do not get to, the 200% extension, it's still not going to be great, but I can, accept it if we at least get above the 2021 all-time highs. So we definitely need to do that, and if we don't, it's not going to be too good. Now, I also want to talk about the Elliott wave count for those who did not watch my previous videos, and if you did watch my videos, you're not gonna miss out on anything because there's nothing happening right now, so there's nothing to report on, so I'm just going to say the exact same thing every single day until something actually happens. Now, I'm still expecting a fifth wave right here, and this is why Chainlink is still going up, even though some altcoins are going down right now. And yeah, the fifth wave is expected to get to about $34, maybe even $40 in a more bullish scenario, but not more than that. We don't need more for a fifth wave. And what are these 5 waves for? Well, these 5 waves will actually complete a first wave move to the upside of the main third wave move. Now, like I said, the main third wave, well, I don't know if I said that in this video, but I did say this in my previous videos. The third wave needs to go up in 5 waves, which means that after we complete the first wave right here, we will have to get a second wave move down, and this will be an ABC structure. And then after that, we can expect a third wave of the third wave, and that will be the most bullish wave of the cycle. That is always the most bullish wave of the cycle. And that will only happen if Bitcoin dominance gets a huge drop like it did in 2021 or like it did in 2017. And I think it's only fair to consider that, yes, we will get an altcoin season in this cycle. I mean, we are in a post-halving year, and in the previous 2 cycles, the altcoin season happened at the end of March or February of a post-halving year. So maybe it's safe to say that yes, we will get an altcoin season soon, and it's only a matter of time until we do. Now, keep in mind, right now we are in January. I mean, January is almost over, and like I said, in the previous 2 cycles, we started the altcoin seasons in February and in March, but you have to consider the fact that in this cycle, the Bitcoin halving happened like 2 months earlier than it did in the previous 2 cycles. So yeah, I think that's why Bitcoin dominance is very likely to start dropping in February. Now, if it does not drop in February, it should at least continue going sideways. And if that happens, I mean, there are some scenarios where the altcoins just go up when Bitcoin dominance goes sideways. I can show you an example on the Cardano chart. I mean, if you look at what was happening in 2021, in January and in February, Bitcoin dominance was actually going sideways during this time, and Bitcoin was not really doing anything. It was also going up, of course, but it was not going up that much. But if you look at what Cardano was doing, and I know this is not a Cardano video, but I want to prove a point, during this time, Cardano actually went up like 300%, even though Bitcoin dominance was just going sideways. So it's definitely possible that some altcoins just start going up on their own, and this has already happened in this cycle. I mean, for example, Solana went up quite a lot from the bear market lows, and during this time, Bitcoin dominance was actually going up. So yeah, there are some altcoins that just go up on their own. I don't know if Chainlink is one of them, but it could be one of them if it actually starts going up right now. And XRP is another example. It's at all-time highs right now, and people are buying it because it's at all-time highs. I've told you multiple times to not buy coins when they're at all-time highs, and nobody's listening. Everybody's just FOMOing in right now, even though the monthly RSI is very, very overbought, exactly like it was over here and over here. And I think it's only a matter of time until we go down, but you know, don't believe me, believe the chart, and the chart is saying that we will go down soon. But, you know, I might be wrong, maybe I'm not wrong, maybe I am, I don't know. We'll have to wait and see. So far, I have not been wrong about that much, so yeah, I think you should at least consider my ideas and, you know, form an idea of your own using my technical analysis or someone else's technical analysis. And yeah, I don't think it's a good idea to buy XRP right now. I know this is not an XRP video, but I just wanted to know that right now there are some coins that are doing better than, for example, Chainlink, and that's okay. That does not mean that Chainlink is behind. I mean, when you look at the 4-year cycle theory, Chainlink is still doing quite well. In the previous cycle in January, Chainlink was pretty much at the exact same prices, so, you know, we could get to at least the all-time highs by the end of February, at least judging this by what happened in the previous cycle. Now, maybe we are not going to do that, but, you know, I mean, so far this is looking pretty good, and I could see Chainlink topping in November this cycle rather than May like it did in the previous cycle. So yeah, and I always say this, like the best time to buy these coins is when they are at the bear market lows, or at least when they are in a huge correction like this, for example, when it dropped from like $22 all the way down to like $8 in a second wave move. I believe it got exactly to the 0.618 support level and then it bounced. This would have been the perfect time to buy, not right now. Now, of course, right now, you could say that it's still a good buying opportunity, but keep in mind, right now we're at about $25. If you bought down here, I mean the price down here was at about $9. So from where we're at right now, that's almost a 3x. So, you know, it was better to buy down here, but in a couple of months, and it's not financial advice, but I think you are going to be okay and pretty happy with your position if you bought, let's say, this dip right here at about $17. So yeah, also keep in mind the monthly RSI is not even overbought, and we are at about $25. If you look at what Chainlink was doing in the previous cycle, in January for example, yes, it was at $25 by the end of January, but here the RSI was actually overbought on the monthly chart. Right now it's not overbought, and this shows us that yes, we are getting stronger and we could easily break above the previous all-time highs by the end of May, in my opinion. Now, this is just my opinion, and like I said, it could be wrong, but, you know, I mean, this makes sense to me, and we're still doing better than we were doing in the previous cycle, and I still believe that we will form these 5 waves to the upside. Now, what are these 5 waves for? Well, this big 5-wave move to the upside will only complete a first wave of the main third wave right here, and this will take years to be able to be completed. This is the third wave of this very large 1-2 setup, and like I said, I'm not sure if we will be able to complete this third wave. We'll have to just wait and see. But yeah, I can at least, you know, expect Chainlink to get above the previous all-time highs, at least judging by what's happening right now. So I don't have anything else to say. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, make sure to check out our YouTube memberships and our Patreon if you want access to all of our charts, and if you want access to our semi-daily Discord updates. Like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.